Hi, my name is Elene Marsden from Hangouts for Business, and in this short 10-minute video I'm going to explain to you what is a Google Hangout, why you should consider using Google Hangouts for your business, what you need to run a successful Hangout, and ways you can help me find new clients that might also be interested in having their own Hangouts. So first of all, let's just take a little look at the definition, to my mind, of a Google Hangout. Live, authentic, interactive promotion of you and your message. Yes, a Hangout is streamed live. It's interactive because people can jump into the Hangout with you. You can have up to 9 people in the film strip. And it's authentic because it's the real person engaging. It's not staged or too over polished. It's the real authentic person that comes across, so that you can promote your message and you at a much deeper level and build those customer relationships. So why use Google Hangouts? Well, there's all kinds of different ways and reasons why. For example, you might be keen to get your brand out there and you want to make sure that people really understand your brand, what you stand for at a deep level. You might want to sell something. You might have a new product or a service you just want to launch and explain all the ins and outs of that. Perhaps you just want to share ideas and connect with other people and develop a community that you can work with in this clever way. It may be also just an education tool, and lots of training companies are using Google Hangouts now. Certainly Coursera, which is the online MOOC that I have taken part in, they're always integrating Google Hangouts with the webinars and the videos that they've recorded. Now, another thought, it might be that you just want to reduce the costs of travel, because often people have offices scattered around the place and they spend lots of time and energy travelling to venues to have meetings. Well, you can use Google Hangouts to run your own meetings very, very successfully at minimum cost. So over the last 5 months I've run 20 plus Google Hangout shows, and I've had all kinds of different people join me, from Action International business coaches to influencers out there like Phil Berg, who's one of the assistant directors of BNI. I've had sales trainers and solicitors and a whole range of different people who've come to share what it is they believe in and their skills with the world. So those are some of the people, and I want to say that I do have a regular show on Thursday at 4 o'clock Greenwich Mean Time, if you'd like to make a note of that. So let's take a look at the checklist of things that you need for a successful Hangout. First of all, you need a good broadband connection. You can use Wi-Fi, but it's much better if you can plug direct to your broadband. You need a Google Plus account. If you haven't got that, it's very easy to set up. So I just recommend go to google.com and just set up a Plus account and a profile, and then you'll be able to connect with people using Google Hangouts. When you set up a Google Hangout, it's better if you can use Chrome as your browser. If you use Chrome, it means you can download all the Hangout extensions and have all the added value extras that come with using Chrome, like the film strip at the bottom of your Hangout window, like the Hangout toolbox, and lots of other good things. You'll need a headset and you'll need a webcam, and that's all you really need to get started. So this is a behind the scenes of my Hangout studio. You can see the film strip there with my logo and my name and a link to my website. And this is actually my office, which has been customised slightly so that I've got a nice backdrop, quite a plain backdrop, and some flowers, making it altogether more relaxing. So that's just, the Hangout studio where I work from. Obviously, I try and encourage my guests to take a look at their backdrop to make sure they haven't got an untidy mess behind them, because people will get distracted and will look at what's going on behind. So with a plain background, it's much, much easier. Now, I wanted to put this in. I'm not sure if it's going to play very well, but this is a tiny little half-a-second clip of a hangout with President Barack Obama. And you can see it's a very simple hangout. Now, he actually held a hangout way back now in 2012 and enabled anyone in the public arena to jump into the hangout, ask him questions, and that was just a very short, brief clip to see one of the people who was interacting with the president. And as you can see at the strip at the bottom, I think you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 other people have joined in with President Barack Obama. And if it's good enough for the president. So what would you get if you booked a hangout with me? Well, the result of having a hangout with me is you'd have a live video that was streamed to either my YouTube channel or your YouTube channel. You do have to be a YouTube partner, and your account needs to be in good order for that to work. So, there's the options there, but you will have this live video. You'll have pre and post show promotion. So if you're a guest of mine, or if it's your own show, I would help you to promote that, get the message out there so people know to put it in their diary, can sign up, put it on their Google Events page, etc. So I help you with that. And the other thing is that often people have 30 to 60-minute hangouts, and sometimes they're a little bit too long for people to watch the whole thing. So what I'll do is take out little video snippets for you to use to promote on your social media channels. Now, if somebody is really interested in what you've got to say, then they will go from the little snippet to the live 30 or 60-minute video hangout that you've recorded, so they will be interested, but you've got to entice them in with the small little snippets. So this video recording is available on YouTube permanently, and if you're very clever, you put plenty of links back to your website and you include keywords, you'll be able to drive traffic to your website. So it's a fantastic, innovative way to market yourself, and you would stand out from the rest of the crowd who are just using regular social media, Facebook posts, tweets, etc. Now, I can't guarantee this at all, but this is what we're aiming for. With Google Hangouts, you will find that the weighting of that video is higher than just a regular video uploaded to YouTube. And so what I want to aim for is to try and get my clients on page 1 for Google search. They certainly will be on the video tab. If you look at Google search, you've got web, you've got images, you've got video, and a Google Hangout with lots of good keywords will get you onto that first page. But it may be that you don't get onto the first page for web search. So what can I do to help you? Well, it might be that you want help with training, and I've got like 10+ years of experience in training, designing training courses. I can come and help train your staff or train you individually to be the best you can be on a Google Hangout. I've got a 30-minute free training video currently available on my YouTube channel, so do go and take a look at that. But if you want one-to-one personalised training, then I can help you. You might want to appear as a guest on my show. I've got lots of guests coming up over the next couple of months, but that's something that you might decide to do. You don't want to have your own show, but you'd like to be a guest and promote your product and your service on one of my shows. I can be a show moderator for you, so that if you've got a show planned, I can be behind the scenes, introducing people, managing the comments, switching from one speaker to another, because all that has to be controlled inside the Hangout. So if you'd like an extra pair of hands, then I can be your show moderator. The other thing, you might want the whole thing managed and I can come in as your show producer, which means I help promote it beforehand, help you with the show on the day, and do all the other stuff that we will do with the Hangout video after the show, so that it keeps on giving. It's not a one-time, one-hit wonder. So what do you need to look out for? The kind of people, if you like, that I want to speak to are those people who are saying to themselves, well, my marketing isn't working. It's just not working. You might want to try something new, something different, something like Google Hangouts. I'm also looking to talk to people who are early adopters, people who like the idea of being out there, trailblazing, being different from the rest, from the crowd. And the third kind of person I want to talk to are those that have got fan bases. They've got a loyal audience, but they just want to get their message out to them in this way, through this form of video promotion of your message. So how you can help me? I would love anyone that's watching this to go and visit hangoutsforbusiness.com/live, because that's the page where the weekly Hangouts are broadcast to. Please go and subscribe to my YouTube channel. That's youtube.com/Elene Marsden. And if you come across anything that I've posted about Google Hangouts, Google Hangout shows, any of the other things that I share, please +1 it and share it with your audience. I would really, really appreciate that. And finally, I've got a couple of really exciting shows coming up. Tomorrow, I have got the database diva, Laurie Feldman, joining me at 4 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. And she's actually going to be talking about email marketing. A lot of people know that 50% of their business comes from email marketing, but they're not sure if they're doing it in quite the right way. Laurie's going to debunk all of those myths, and she's going to explain to you the secrets to being really effective at email marketing. So I really hope you'll join me for that one, or watch the recording if you're looking at this after the show. And then next week I've got the beautiful jazz singer Denise King. She's going to come onto the show and tell me a little bit about her career and her life as a jazz singer. She's actually going to be performing live inside the Hangout, so I'm really looking forward to that as well. So thank you ever so much for listening to this Google Hangouts 101. Hopefully it's given you a good insight into what these Hangouts are all about. But don't forget, connect with me, ask me questions, watch my shows, find out what it means to get involved in Google Hangouts, and who knows, you could have the next Google Hangout show. Thank you. Bye for now.